This is the seasonal stock and ETF report for today, October 20th, 2022. Let's first go to Dow 30. Well, IBM did a reporting yesterday. And against seasonals, it had a stellar report. Let's just take a look. And it just zoomed up. Right now it's $5 up. And this stock is seasonally bearish this time of the year. Let's go take a look at the seasonals for IBM. We've been looking at up to the last 15 years. See this major drop? This is the major drop of IBM occurring. Let's go to the drop. Right there. It went against seasonality on 2017, and it seems to be doing it again in 2022. It had a really good report. But let's take a look at MFE. In 2017, it just basically had no downside. It just went up and it stayed there. All the other years, it dropped sharply. And this year, it had a really good report also. We also know that S&P 500 is in a bearish week. Let's go take a look at indices common. We can also look at last. Go to SPX. Go look at the last, let's say 90 years, which we typically look at. We want to look at today, which is the 20th, right there, for next 7 days. Do you see that drop? This is very bearish. It's been going down 60% of the time without a huge upside potential on the other years. So this is seasonally bearish on S&P 500 the next 7 days. How about IBM? There. IBM is also seasonally bearish this time of the year also. And take a look. It does typically drop. So last 15 years during this week, it has had some upside potential, but it also had quite a bit of downside potential. So there's a chance that IBM is going to shoot up. Well, it is shooting up right now, but it could come back down. It could peak and come down, or it could continue going. However, look at this. IBM becomes bullish on 26th, our magic day. October 26th is the time that IBM typically becomes bullish. Now it happened earlier. So chances are that IBM could still go down some before turning around and going up for an extended period of time. That's at least my interpretation of seasonalities, but seasonals don't take outliers into account. It just gives you the probability of what has happened more often than the other. And IBM is on an outlier. Okay, let's take a look at our regular. Oh, Microsoft has now a short-term, starting today, a 19-day long opportunity from today until November 7th. It has gone up an average of 6.5% last 10 years. It's been profitable 10 out of last 10 years. Can we see this in last 20 years? 2003, 2008 were against it, and 2011 was almost flat, less than 1% down during this period of time. What does MFE say? During that time, it did go up a tiny bit, but no, these times Microsoft just had bad earnings probably. However, more likely it is going to be a long 19 days. Then we have Visa. That's a longer term. Intel. You see, Intel is at the verge of a drop and then it starts taking off. Yeah, it's been dropping sharply during this week of 20th to 26th. Last 2 years at least it did. However, it's generally bullish for even this coming week. The time to go into the market, if you want to follow the seasonals, is October 26th to go long. This is definitely a bearish week coming up. That doesn't mean the market's going to drop for sure, but it has dropped more often than it has gone up this time of the year. That's it for today.